Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside that weather window. And man, the warm weather from the weekend carried over into today. No doubt about that. Felt great out there, didn't it today? We did see some high clouds and a peek at the sun at times today as we look down on our friends in Kashmir from our Kashmir Sky-Fi Tower camera. And you can see the snow on the beautiful Cascades in the back part, the top part of your screen. And we did see plenty of snow in some places over the weekend, but it was beautiful here. And as we take a look ahead at our next 7 days, it is going to be beautiful. 51 tomorrow, mostly sunny Wednesday, partly to mostly cloudy then Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the low 50s, and we're going to stay in the low 50s as we get into the upcoming weekend too. And we'll talk more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A man from Union Gap who allegedly transported drugs to Wenatchee for sale now faces criminal charges. And what may be the first fire season warning of the year, Grant County Fire District 13 responded to a brush fire outside of Freitas Sunday afternoon. And the number of COVID-19 vaccinations given at the state's 4 mass inoculation centers has now topped 70,000. But first, our top story tonight. An Othello man has been arrested after his 4-year-old son was killed by a gunshot wound to the head on Saturday. The Othello Police Department says 27-year-old Felipe Tapia Perez admitted to accidentally firing the gun at a home in the 300 block of Hamlet Street in Othello. Tapia Perez faces charges of second-degree manslaughter, possession of a stolen gun, and an alien in possession of a firearm. Police say that, the family drove the boy to the local hospital where he died before he could be airlifted to Spokane. Meanwhile, a man from Union Gap who allegedly transported drugs to Wenatchee for sale now faces criminal charges. 36-year-old Francisco Lopez was arrested Friday after a sting operation organized by the Columbia River Drug Task Force. Investigators say Lopez arranged to sell 9 ounces of cocaine and 4 pounds of marijuana to an informant in the Wenatchee area. Local detectives coordinated with Yakima police to build the case and said they found the drugs in that vehicle Lopez was riding in once it arrived in Wenatchee. He remains jailed on pending charges of conspiracy to distribute and unlawful possession of cocaine. In what may be the first fire season warning of the year, Grant County Fire District 13 responded to a brush fire outside of Freitas Sunday afternoon. The fire district said the resident did a good job with a garden hose after wind pushed a controlled burn into adjacent brush. A tender was then used for mop-up. Fire District 13 said it's an early reminder that vegetation in the area will ignite easily and spread rapidly. Well, the number of COVID-19 vaccinations given at the state's 4 mass inoculation centers has now topped 70,000. The State Department of Health announced Saturday that over the past month, a mass vaccination site at Wenatchee Town Toyota Center alone has distributed more than 17,500 doses of the Pfizer vaccine. The sites have been operating since late January, and now many of them are focusing on administering the required second doses of each vaccination. The Wenatchee site serves Chelan and Douglas counties, as well as Grant and Okanagan. Only people 65 or older or 50 and older living in multi-generational households are currently eligible for the preventive shot. Well, coming up next, high avalanche danger. Once again, shut down Stevens Pass for a time. North Central Washington's 2 congressional members were on opposite sides during this weekend's vote on the American Rescue Plan. It's 111 years today since the worst avalanche disaster in U.S. history occurred right here in Central Washington. And after a 34-year career in law enforcement, Sergeant Kent Sisson signed off for the last time on Friday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Mary Maids of Wenatchee has been professionally cleaning and sanitizing homes and businesses in north central Washington since 1998. Mary Maids uses commercial-grade cleaners and viricides. Mary Maids has implemented additional safety and sanitation protocols. They are strictly following CDC guidelines for the safety of their clients and employees. For expert help with cleaning and sanitizing your home or business, call or look up Mary Maids of Wenatchee to schedule your free estimate today.
So Pam, how's your mom doing?
She's okay. She's struggling. She'd like to stay in her house, and it's getting harder for her to do the daily chores.
What kinds of problems is she having?
Just basic house cleaning, taking care of her house, yard work, taking care of her medicine.
Mm-hmm. It does sound exhausting.
It is very exhausting, and I always worry about her.
Aging and Adult Care can assist you or your loved one to remain comfortably and safely in their own home. Contact them today to start the conversation.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back. In another news, Highway 2 over Stevens Pass has seen its share of shutdowns this winter. The latest started at 9 o'clock this morning as the Washington Department of Transportation closed the route to conduct aerial avalanche control like this effort last spring. The closure ended about noon, although it was planned to go on longer than normal due to the heavy snowpack above the roadway. The slide work led Stevens Pass Ski Resort to shut down operations for the day. North Central Washington's 2 congressional members were on opposite sides during this weekend's vote on the American Rescue Plan. The $1.9 trillion pandemic relief package put forward by President Joe Biden passed the House 219 to 212. 8th District Democrat Kim Schreier was among those voting yes, while Republican Dan Newhouse of the 4th District voted no. The bill includes such measures as $1,400 direct relief payments to Americans earning less than $75,000 a year, plus aid for schools, local governments, and vaccine programs. But some provisions, like a proposed $15 national minimum wage, could be in jeopardy as the Senate takes up the bill this week. Well, it's 111 years today since the worst avalanche disaster in U.S. history occurred right here in central Washington. The Wellington landslide on March 1st, 1910, destroyed 2 stranded Great Northern trains and killed 96 people near Stevens Pass. The trains had been stopped at Wellington for 6 days, waiting for the tracks to clear, when the snowpack above them gave way. The disaster was so infamous, the small railroad town of Wellington was renamed. Today, it's the site of the popular Iron Goat hiking trail. Sergeant Kent Sisson, who is credited with building the Chelan County Emergency Management Division, signed off on Friday after a 34-year career in law enforcement. Sisson has been with the Chelan County Sheriff's Department for 27 of those years, serving in a variety of roles, including search and rescue and sergeant for the city of Chelan.
Chelan County unit, stand by for announcement. Sergeant Kent Sisson, on behalf of the Chelan County Sheriff's Office, Rivercom Dispatch, and the citizens of Chelan County, we thank you for your 35 years of service. We recognize that during your tour, you served at the Central Washington University Police Department for 8 years before joining the Sheriff's Office in 1994. Since then, you have provided notable contributions to the search and rescue team, emergency management team, and most recently, the COVID-19 response. You have served your community with honor, pride, courage, and integrity, the cornerstone elements to our profession. You have laughed, cried, fought, bled, suffered, and loved with your partners in blue. It is a privilege that today we announce your tour has concluded. Let us, your brothers and sisters, continue to carry on that tradition of service. Good night, Good luck, and may peace be with you. K6 is out of service, 1443.
And all of us at NCWLIFE News would like to congratulate Sergeant Sisson, who has always been very helpful and accommodating to all of our needs here at the news station. So congratulations. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Don't wait. The sale is going on now through June 1st.
Link Transit is ready when you are. With enhanced health and safety measures, we've installed upgraded air purifiers and safety partitions between drivers and passengers. Plus, the interior of all of our buses are thoroughly cleaned and disinfected every day. When riding Link Transit, please remember to wear a mask, maintain physical distance, sign up for transit alerts, and stay home if you are sick. Healthier Transit is here. Go to linktransit.com to learn more.
With TV advertising, what we want to do is more deeply connect with the community.
People spot me in different parts around North Central, Costco and Wenatchee, say, hey, you're the pizza guy. And so they wouldn't know that if it weren't for the TV commercials we've done.
We've been here so long that people already know who we are and what we do, but to have that image flash on their television screen as opposed to just hearing it in the radio or seeing it in the newspaper, I just love the fact that we can actually put our finger on when a customer comes in and says, I saw your ad.
It's becoming increasingly difficult in this digital age to know where are your customers listening or watching, because I watch all the different channels that they watch too, like Cooking Channel, History Channel, and so it was wonderful to be able to be on there.
I would say that if you want to do business in Wenatchee, then you should connect with the people of Wenatchee, and there's no better way to do that than with NCWLIFE.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In tonight's feature story, the 2021 Washington State Apple Blossom Festival Royal Court was crowned in front of a small audience at the Numerica PAC on Saturday. The annual Kashmir Valley Bank Royalty Selection Pageant was aired live on the NCWLIFE channel. 10 senior girls from the Wenatchee and Eastmont school districts were scored throughout the day by 5 out-of-town judges. In the end, 3 were crowned to reign over this year's festival.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Cody Richards.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now present to you Princess Cameron Fowler.
The 102nd Queen to reign over the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. The winner of the $10,000 scholarship, Her Royal Highness, Brooke Perez.
Queen Brooke Perez attends Eastmont High School, while Princesses Cody Richards and Cameron Fowler attend Wenatchee High. Other awards presented included Photogenic to Perez, Academic Achievement to Richards, Community Involvement to Fowler, Congeniality to Olga Murillo, and Original Speech to Sofia Hernandez. In all, $31,700 in scholarships were awarded during the annual event. If you missed the broadcast, the pageant will re-air this Saturday at 7 on the NCWLIFE channel.
And congratulations to all. And what a great weekend we had. Hope you had a chance to enjoy it out there. 55 degrees yesterday for our Sunday. Boy, it was gorgeous out there. I was up in the Methow Valley area around Twisp. Over a foot of snow still on the level here, there in the Methow Valley. So a little bit different worlds as you travel up that way, but a beautiful day once again today here in north central Washington. This is looking down at Kashmir from our Kashmir Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can still see some snow on the Cascades, still plenty up there, but none in the lowlands right now. And with all this warm weather, not going to see much snow in our forecast either. Unofficially today, it got nice once again, 50 our high temperature, and that's 3 degrees above where we should be at 47. 34 is where we started today. 31 is our normal low temperature. Record high going back to 2013, a beautiful 63 degrees back in 2013. Record low 1993, it was 14 degrees. Sunrise this morning 6:40, and the sun will set for us this afternoon at 5:46, almost this evening, isn't it? Now let's take a look at what we can expect as we get you into Tuesday. Happy March 1st, by the way, and definitely coming in like a lamb, that's for sure, because as we get into Tuesday, not much is going to change in our forecast. Lower to mid 50s in the Columbia Basin, Ephrata 53, Quincy 52, and then basically around 50 degrees in the Wenatchee Valley. Wenatchee will see 51, Leavenworth 50, and Chelan, your high temperature tomorrow, also a beautiful 50 degrees. Taking a look at that surface loop now, and tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies, just light breezes, and it will be a mild one. This is the driver of our weather right now. This area of high pressure right on the border, Utah and Colorado, providing a nice ridge up and over the Pacific Northwest, and it's also grabbing some nice desert air and moving that up Tuesday, and that'll make for from the desert southwest moving up into our area. So Tuesday will be beautiful. Wednesday, more of the same. In fact, a little more sunshine for Wednesday. It will be just slightly cooler. A little bit of dash of northwesterly air will come in, but still upper 40s for us. Nice temperatures all over the western United States. And as we get into Thursday, partly cloudy. It will warm back up just a little bit. Very quiet weather from Thursday right into the upcoming weekend. Notice the yellows. That's 60 degrees that many will see in eastern Washington on Thursday and into Friday. In fact, Spokane on Friday, that says 60 degrees. So we'll see the warmer temperatures sliding to our east while we will stay nice in the 50s. A little bit of rain activity as well on Friday in western Washington. Saturday, it could be cloudy and a little bit rainy over in Seattle. But our area, just beautiful as we kick off the upcoming weekend with temperatures still hovering around that 50-degree mark. And by the time we get into the end of our forecast, not much will change. Partly cloudy skies, maybe just slightly cooler. We're talking high temperatures on Sunday in the upper 40s. Let's take a look now at your 7-day forecast. Tonight will drop down very mild, as I mentioned, 32 degrees, 51 Tuesday, a little dip in our temperatures on Wednesday, but still nice at 49, and then right back into the low 50s Thursday, Friday, Saturday, before we cool back into the upper 40s on Sunday. High temperature then of 49. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
I'm Jenny Rojanasatian, and this is Guada TV. Every week we will be bringing you a first look at North Central Washington business, tech, and education news. You'll hear from local influencers and innovators who live right here in the Valley. Together, we'll discuss hot topics, current events, and resources that can support your business, our schools, and this community. Join me every week, and let's get inspired.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue.
Currently, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is open for dine-in and take-out. Owner Justin Hefner and his staff are just as excited as you to get back to their regularly scheduled full menu, music, and poker. So stay tuned. Meanwhile, Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir is serving a limited menu for lunch and dinner, dine-in or take-out.
Club Crow Bar and Grill in Kashmir, the coolest place in town.
With PUD rebates, we'll give you money to upgrade your house and reduce your energy footprint.
benefits are real. Visit conservationmakessense.org to learn more.
Boating in the Wenatchee Valley starts at Bob File Boats and Motors. See their full line of Crown Line boats. Crown Line features the Forte gel coat, which perfectly accentuates the sporty silhouette of this boat. Its contours are further enhanced by Crown Line's patented fast tab hull design, which not only embraces the distinctive sports car styling, but also ensures a safe and comfortable ride. See Crown Line boats at Bob File Boats and Motors on Sunset Highway in East Wenatchee or online at bobfile.com.
Bob File Boats and Motors. We're dealing. Bob File's gonna make you smile.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. Gonzaga finished off an unbeaten regular season Saturday by knocking off Loyola Marymount 86-69. Corey Kispert made 6 3-pointers and finished with 24 points to lead 5 Bulldogs in double figures. Drew Timme had 15, Joel Ayayi 13, Jalen Suggs 12, and Anton Watson 11. Highlights courtesy of Gonzaga Athletics. Gonzaga will be the number 1 seed in the WCC tournament and have a bye into the semifinals this week. Well, also on Saturday, Arizona's Azulis Tubilis hit an outside jumper with 5.2 seconds left to give the Wildcats a 75-74 win over Washington. Washington had the ball in the closing seconds, but Kade Green was called for a charge. That gave Arizona the ball and the chance to take the lead. Green finished with 17 points, while Humir Wright scored a career-high 18 in the loss for Washington. Remy Martin hit a 3-pointer with 0.4 seconds left in overtime to lift Arizona State over Washington State Saturday, 77-74. Martin finished with 23 points as ASU won its 3rd straight. Cougars were led by the 15 points apiece from Jazz Coots and Noah Williams. Washington State had to play the extra session without Williams, who fouled out. Coach Kyle Smith says he knew playing without their scorer would be difficult.
Yeah, really tough. Seems like we've been in overtime a lot. Came on the short end tonight. Had opportunities at the end of regulation to walk out of here with a win. Knew overtime is going to be tough without Noah after he fouled out, and we're just a little short-handed. But give those guys credit; they really competed hard, and we'll see what we're made of come Monday afternoon.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning. We'll have the latest on Washington State's game today against Arizona State, that in Tempe. In women's college basketball Sunday, Haley Van Lith's Louisville Cardinals got back on the winning track. Van Lith scored 10, and Dana Evans had 26. Louisville beat Notre Dame 78-61 to improve to 21-2 on the season, 14-2 in the ACC. 21st ranked Gonzaga won the West Coast Conference regular season title outright Saturday as it demolished Loyola Marymount 77-39. Highlights courtesy of Gonzaga Athletics. Jen Worth led the way for Gonzaga, as you saw there, with 19 points. Jill Townsend scored 18. Also on Sunday, Joanna Teeter exploded for 23 points to lead Washington State over Washington, 61-52. Charlize Ledger-Walker also contributed 13 points for the Cougars. Well, the Mariners are 1-0 in Cactus League play in Arizona. Seattle got a walk-off RBI single in the bottom of the ninth by Julio Rodriguez to beat San Diego yesterday 5-4. Evan White was 1-for-1 with a 2-run double. Jose Marmoleos was 2-for-2, while Kyle Seager was 1-for-1 with a run and an RBI. Seattle takes on Cleveland tomorrow and the Cubs on Wednesday. Well, and for the first time in nearly a year, high school sports had games over the weekend. And even though fans weren't allowed to attend, players and coaches said it felt great to get out on the field again. Eastmont and Wenatchee picked up right where they left off in their girls soccer rivalry. Yet another game being decided by penalty kicks. After the game ended in regulation tied at 1-1, Eastmont converted on 4 of its 5 PKs to edge the Panthers 2-1 in the final. Speaking of back at it, so too will the NCWLIFE channel. Coming up later this week, we'll have our first ever swim meet Thursday at 7 o'clock between Wenatchee, Moses Lake, and Eastmont. Moses Lake and Wenatchee football Friday at 6:30. Then Moses Lake and Eastmont girls soccer Saturday at 1 o'clock. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Eric. And recapping tonight's top story, an Othello man has been arrested after his 4-year-old son was killed by a gunshot wound to the head on Saturday. The Othello Police Department says 27-year-old Felipe Tapia Perez admitted to accidentally firing the gun at a home in the 300 block of Hamlet Street in Othello. Tapia Perez faces charges of second-degree manslaughter, possession of a stolen gun, and an alien in possession of a firearm. Police say the family drove the boy to the local hospital where he died before he could be airlifted to Spokane. Switching gears now, let's check in with Eric Grandstrom for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Eric, you awake?
Oh, huh? Is Dan back? Oh, he's not. Oh, okay. Well, join me for another edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley tomorrow morning here on the NCWLIFE channel. Back to you, Grant.
One more day. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
How much are you paying for adult, family, or assisted living? Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living offers one-bedroom apartments for one affordable price. Their rates are all-inclusive, no nickel or diming or sudden increases, just one set price. You or your loved one will receive good food and excellent care in a relaxed, home-like environment. Stop on by for a tour to see if the Epladolin family is the right choice for you.
Family-owned and operated Epladolin Retirement and Assisted Living in Cashmere. Affordable care.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Kerry Condada. This is the 12th District TV show, aired 8 times every week on NCWLIFE TV. We cover business and politics like no one else does it because I've been there and done it. 30 years self-employed, 16 years in the House of Representatives, and 12 years running campaigns across the state of Washington. That resume means you're getting information you can't get anywhere else. This is the 12th District. I'm Kerry Condada.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellingson here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.